Good, boys. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Zoltan? How you been, brother? Welcome. All good, that's good. Nice shirt. Thank you. I just got it from Walmart, if I'm being honest. Yep, lock ins, do what we need to do. Good morning, CZ. Good, Vigo. Toffee, what's up, brother? It's good, Roger. Chomp Cookie Bears. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. What was Trump speaking about? He was talking about the state of the nation. So, it didn't end up being as impactful as I would have thought, but it's good that it's out of the way. Just gonna sign into the broker here. Give me a second, guys. Pretty well. Yesterday at 9 p.m. or something, I was like 51K my Avon, and I checked it like 2 minutes ago, and it's only at 50.2. Wait, you randomly made money, or like the market moved? Up 6K on the week. Nice, brother. That's huge. Just give me a moment here to sign in. I think I need to sign in. You don't know what happened? Just like randomly made money? You must have had like a limit order or something that got hit, and then a profit target, but I don't know. Was that on Top Step? Because that can only happen on Top Step. Maybe there was a loss that was wiped, Roger. Maybe there was a loss that was wiped. Probably what it was. Second, guys, logging in. I'm trying to like trade on my phone and the trading view, but it's annoying because the settings change every single time. Does anyone know what I mean? Like the settings always change. All the accounts are ready because I guess it's the same account. I want to go live. I need more followers. Appreciate my help. Reposts. Yeah, you gotta get those followers, bro. Lock in. Keep posting. It could happen if limits were placed. Yeah, it could happen. What's up, TP5? Why don't you just log in different browsers? Because only one of them pays for the real time data. So that makes things difficult. I don't know if there's a way to, you know what I would have to do actually? I know what I have to do. I'll have to do this. Open up a tab here for, this will be the one that stays. It's three. The big dogs. What's new? Nothing. Vacation. Cool. Okay. Now we're working. All right. Good, everybody. This is the S&P 500. This is currently the 15-minute chart. We're on the 15-minute chart. You can see in the top left if you're on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, then unfortunately you can't see. And yeah. Similarly trade either the Nasdaq or the S&P 500. Currently, I'm have an S&P 500 chart open. It looks like a good bullish day. It's possible. Possible. Although today we're gonna talk about a very specific way we're gonna look to trade. Very nice and diligent today. London low is safe. I think these equal lows are a little bit too smooth. I'll drop to a 5-minute chart and you'll see. It's a little bit too smooth in here. So it'll be this. We'll talk about it. We'll talk. Time is at 9:23. Okay, let's talk about the game plan. So first things first, let's start on the daily chart. Start on the daily chart. So give me a moment here. On the daily chart, we've obviously been very lackluster. Tuesday took out Monday's low, traded into this wick, and then went higher, right? Closing above, and then now we're trading at the high of the week. And we have this daily bearish fair value gap, which for me, a really important number here is the 50% of it. So we're going to keep that on our chart because, well, if we're bullish, we should see 50% respected. Now, are we actually bullish or are we just going to be range bound, which means we're just going to get the next day that does this, right? In my opinion, we still may be range bound. Okay, so how do we know if this is going to be a real expansion potentially to higher or we're just going to stay in the range and do nothing? We're going to see how price reacts to the daily SIBI high, which is here, and how it reacts in terms of the new week opening gap. Okay, so I'm not personally convinced that we're necessarily like breaking out yet. In my opinion, I don't think it's that clear. I think we still may be range bound. I think that's quite possible. Although Tuesday low week is quite likely. I think it's not as simple as, oh, we're just bullish. You know, we fell victim to that last week, and obviously we don't want to have recency bias. But last week we kept saying, oh, daily power 3 looks bullish, and we kept looking for longs, even though really and realistically we're just range bound. In my opinion, I still think we're range bound, right? So does it mean I'm bearish? Not necessarily, but I really like these equal lows. So going into the day, I'm gonna see as long as we can stay below this line. And I'll be honest, even if we are bullish, I don't really see anything too confirming for me I don't see anything too confirming for me for higher prices. So there isn't really any objectives that I'd be looking for. Now, if the market really gets aggressive, we can look for a continuation long 10 a.m. and start targeting stuff up here, but I don't think that's going to happen today. So today is going to be a pretty small, calm trading day. We're not going to look for too much. Personally, I think we're still range bound. So we're going to look for these easy objectives. We're going to look for sell side here. And we're going to look for sell side potentially here. But let me not say look for sell side. Let me say wait to see if the market wants to show us that there's going to be a run on sell side. That's what I should say. There. So that's the game plan for today. Could we go higher? Of course. Do I see any obvious objectives higher? No. Pre-market low right here. So not necessarily bearish. I'm neutral / want to see what this does. If we get above this high, there isn't any long for me to take anyways. So there's no FOMO. If price wants to expand today, it can expand, no problem. We'll let it do its thing. But for me right now, I want to see return to new week opening gap to lower. I have set 2 sell side annotations and potentially new day opening gap or true day open. Sorry. So, and what will confirm for me that idea is if we can stay below here. If we can stay below here, this blue line. Hopefully it made that red and these blue, but you know what? I'm kind of OCD, so I'm just gonna do it. Should be blue. That's how I like it. Liquidity targets are blue. And then we'll wait and see. So official bias for today is neutral. I think we may want to see a run on sell side. So we'll see if the market wants to do that. More importantly, today we really, really need to be implementing safety trading protocol because the bias is really unclear. We don't know if this is our official breakout on the daily chart or if it's just going to go back to choppy sideways action. We have NVIDIA earnings after market open. That's very significant. For those of you who don't know, NVIDIA earnings is very significant, right? We had 2 pretty good days back to back, right? So I can't be all surprised if we have a really, lackluster morning. So we want to take a really easy trade. Don't look for too much. So NVIDIA earnings is today after market. After market. So you're going to see the most volatility after market today, right? Nice shirt. Thanks. Literally just from Walmart. $20. It'll be at like 4:15 p.m. or something. So yeah, unfortunately it's not during the right. I mean that's almost always. Let me just double check that. I mean it's almost always after market. Yeah, it's after market today. So it doesn't mean the whole day is gonna suck. It just means there's gonna be a volatility injection after market. So like 4:30, 4:15, and you're gonna see big spikes at like 4:15. You're gonna see very large, big spikes. So he switched over to ES. For now, we've been trading ES. Yeah, just better risk parameters. So I don't want to lose more than, you know what? I won't even say 250. Let's say 200. I won't risk more than 200 today. We may even do less. Now overall personal daily loss limit is $500. That's like the definitive. We're not losing more than 500 today. That's like set in stone. But we'll see. So regular trading hours gap. We have a huge opening range gap, almost 30 points. So close to open, we'll range that. Toggle back electronic trading hours. I'm going to remove this daily SIBI high line because it overlaps with this. So I can just use the opening range gap, right? Very nice and easy. Where's 100%? Aggressive pump off the open. Again, I have no FOMO long. If it's just gonna pump, I mean, there's nothing for me to take anyways until 10 a.m. or lunch. So it can go up here. That's fine. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Looks really strong as of right now, but not much I can really do about that. So just gonna watch that. See YM already kind of breaking lower. Doesn't mean we're gonna break lower. Just YM breaking lower. It's a 15-second inversion play if you're bearish. I'm not convinced in anything right now. They're out of sync. Nasdaq still higher, ES lower, YM really lower. So we're gonna let it do its thing. Again, we're gonna be really, really diligent in following protocol today. Diligent. Out of curiosity, Nvidia opens higher. Nice, cool. Cool. See if that can be a sustained rally. Bias. Bias is neutral. Bias is currently. I'm anticipating a range bound day, so it means I think we can take out some sell side, but we'll have to see. What I want to see is the regular trading hours gap on the Nasdaq. Measure that as well. Oh shit, 140-point gap, huh? I mean, yeah, we may stay open here. It's possible we just trend, and that's fine. We'll let it trend. If today wants to be a trend day, we'll let it trend. Question is, would I short this inversion? Possible. If they both perform it quickly. Possible. We'll see how it goes. Also, this is not regular. This is not RTH. It should be here. What's going on here? Hold on. It's not the correct annotation. 28 points. I mean, technically 28 points. You want to fade 50% and just really, it's just stay bullish, but we'll see. Nvidia earnings is around 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. We could just trend higher here. Possible. I wouldn't be interested in engaging with that, but it's possible that this fair value gap and this low is safe, and we never come down here for the day. I mean, currently not showing really any signs of weakness. Right into that gap. Apex PAs, you just gotta take them. In my opinion, you gotta take them slow and steady, and you kind of have to just go on a win streak with really good risk management. No, this is ES. Watching. It wouldn't be surprising if the first 30 minutes is very slow and sloppy. SMT, I would take inversion now. You don't have to tell me, bro. Just take it. You don't need my permission. Do what you want to do. There is a divergence at the highs, but they're all out of sync right now. So I don't think anything is high probability. Nasdaq making higher highs, ES higher lows or lower highs, and YM lower lows. Market doesn't seem like it's in a rush to go anywhere right now, in my opinion. What time is the Nvidia reporting earnings? It's gonna be after market, so around 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. So quite a while. Good, Jail. Appreciate you. Yep. Most likely gonna be a slow day. Yeah, I'm not anticipating too much action. You can already see a lot of wicking, lack of speed, smaller candles, not any clean body defining anything. SMT don't define. Yeah, that is correct. Why slow day? We had a large day yesterday. It's been choppy on the higher time frame. There's no high impact news today. And on top of that, we have Nvidia earnings after market hours. And we had a decent move overnight. So want to be patient here. Lunch may be a little bit more exciting. 10:30 maybe. Maybe just after the first 30 minutes. So I want to be very cautious the first 30 minutes. You got a late live? No, you didn't. I've been live for 21 minutes. Looks like we're going to make a higher high. High here. Now, if we took this high and aggressively broke lower with a bearish fair value gap too, so I see nice speed, strong body displacements, I may look to take a short targeting this easy low-hanging fruit objective. Just new week opening gap, not even here, just those lows. Maybe even just here, right? Just these lows right here. Easy low-hanging fruit. I like the speed. Speed is good. Picking up this high. If it's just gonna overlap, then I'm not interested. I want to see a, sort of engulfing. Hey bro, can you help me set up a streaming setup? I only have a MacBook and I'm using TikTok Live. What do you need help with setup, bro? Bias is neutral. I think we're gonna be pretty slow today. More range bound. I don't think anything too exciting can happen. I'm anticipating a run on sell side. So I do think we can come out and clear some sell side, given that we haven't done so yet. I'm looking at this as a low-hanging fruit objective. But no, I wouldn't take a long. I'm not going to be taking any longs unless we clear sell side today. Like using your external camera, and then how your audio doesn't lag. Mine comes through but 2 seconds. Listen, brother. You got to ask ChatGPT, bro. Okay? You just ask ChatGPT. It knows better than me, better than you, better than all of us. ChatGPT will help you with your problem. Very simple questions. What a range been in long since 25124? Nice. Good luck. Do you mind explaining when you trade ES versus when you trade NQ? Recently I'm just trading ES. It's not too big of a difference in my experience. I trade ES because the risk is better. So I can easily pyramid contracts without over leveraging by accident, right? Sometimes I want to add a contract on the NASDAQ, but because the candles are larger, it's going to put me a little bit over my risk. But on ES, one contract isn't worth as much. So I can easily add a contract and just be a little bit more precise in how much I want to risk. ES is also just a little bit slower, and I kind of like that, I think. If we are 2 minutes away from a new 15-minute candle, would you take a trade anyways besides the PO3? That wouldn't stop me from taking a trade, if that's what you're asking. That would be other things would determine that for me. Are we biased or bearish? I think it's going to be a slow first 30 minutes. So let's wait the first 30 minutes and see what happens. Currently, it's obviously bullish, right? Right now, everything is pointing that it's likely to continue higher. I'm not interested in any longs. I don't really have any targets higher. So if today is just going to keep trending, it's going to be nothing for me. No way you muted Ghost. You don't know who he is? I didn't mute anybody. I don't even click on the TikTok app when I'm streaming. Put the tick on so we know what you're looking at. It's on. You just can't see it because TikTok makes the screen go like this. If you really want to see everything that I have, you can go to the YouTube stream. You can see the ticker, the time frame, all the annotations, even on the left side of the chart, the right side of the chart, And you can also see the NASDAQ and the YM opened up on the right side. So it wasn't me, bro. It was a moderator. I will mute you. I hope it takes 1 hour highs and then we start going bearish. Taking out pretty much all the buy side at this point. So if it was bearish, I feel like we'd be seeing it, now. TikTok allowed the option to rotate so that we can see everything. You're right. I can enable that. It'll take some. I can't do it now because stream started, but there is a way that I can do that. I can look into that. ChatGPT is genuinely godsend. For real, man. If you guys have like simple questions, I mean, really, you should just ask ChatGPT. I mean, if the market is gonna go all the way up here, and you think that's gonna be, oh, we take the hourly highs, brother. If the market goes all the way up here, that's it. The day's done. By the time we get there, there's not gonna be any price action left for today. Are you bearish? Not necessarily. I'm more neutral, but I do think we can take out some sell side. That's what I'm here looking for. That's my idea. I think we may see a run on sell side, and that's what I want to look for. Giveaway will be February. No, I'm not bearish. I'm neutral. Five-minute gap. So you see this ES going lower? I don't really trust it because NASDAQ is not. This is the 1-minute chart on the S&P 500. And I see the setup here on ES. It's forming a breaker. But I don't see it on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ does not look like it wants to go lower. YM does. So I'm going to be a little bit skeptical about that. Just I'm going to let it do its thing. Not clear for me at all. You remember you used to trade NQ. Why'd you switch to ES? Oh, I feel like I've been asked this question like at least 1,000 times now. It's simply for better risk, guys. Simply for better risk. It's easier to pyramid and partial when you have more than one contract, like multiple contracts. So I can trade 5 ES contracts and risk $200, but on NASDAQ, I can only risk 2 contracts, right? So how am I going to pyramid effectively and, manage my risk effectively? I can't, really. So that's all it is. How do you know if you're neutral? I'm not anticipating any bullish or bearish price run. Well, anticipating a price run lower here at some point in the day. It could take a long time. It could be prolonged until lunch. But basically, I think there's going to be a run on sell side today because I'm not expecting a one-sided trend day with no run on sell side the entire day. So I'll be patient. I'm going to wait to see if I can capture, even if it's a counter trend trade. I would still rather take that personally. So how do I know if I'm neutral? Well, the daily chart, it's unclear, right? In my opinion, this daily chart's unclear. I have no idea where it's going to go. Nothing clear on the daily chart for me. You can look at previous weekly open as a potential target higher, but I don't want to be longing on a high of day premium. So I won't be looking for any longs today unless we clear sell side. Then it's possible. Is this tough in the funded community? I'm not sure what you mean by tough. Any trades so far? Nothing yet. If I ever have trades, guys, you'll see them on screen. Let's go to Dill. I have a feeling it's going to make a big move and start barcoding. It's possible. What model do you trade? I trade my model, which is developed from ICT's concepts and teachings. Your triceps look bullish. Thank you, bro. We have a volume imbalance in the weekly time frame. Yeah, if we are, that's quite a long way. But if we're bullish, it could definitely go there. That would be weekly open, as we talked about. So it doesn't matter that NQ taps into the 4-hour. It depends. If you're bearish, then sure, it matters. If you're bullish, then, well, you want to see those levels act as support, right? On the next is solid, yeah. Bullish day with Asia sell side as low of day. That's also possible. Futures or Forex, what are your thoughts? In my opinion, futures is a lot better. Just a little bit more precise in delivery. Let's go second payout of the month. Congrats, brother. Well done. This might keep going up. Yeah, it could be a slow, very slow, lethargic trend day. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I wouldn't be taking any longs, at least not until least until 10 a.m. But I even after 10 a.m. looking at this, I'm not interested in any longs. Now the bias is not bearish, but I am anticipating a run on sell side. Lost 350 on the short. It's on a 10K account. Yeah, you risk too much. And I'll be honest, the short was not there, brother. I don't know what possible confirmation there was for you. Gatie, at 9:32, you class that as a protraction? No. It would have had to trade into this gap and then go above. Yeah, I saw the Justin stuff. I don't really care, guys. I'm not the person to talk to about it. 5-minute looks pretty clear. 5-minute looks pretty clear. So staying bullish. I wouldn't. It would have to break below here. Fraction is just one of my models. How do you deal with FOMO? You need to learn exactly what you're looking for. Right? You also need. There's two things. One, the technical side. If you know exactly what your model looks to capture, then you don't try to take anything that your model, is not there for. Okay, that's one. Number two, you don't come into the day looking to make money. Right? That's the reason people have FOMO. The reason people feel a fear of missing out is because they're looking to make money. That's the only ever reason you're like, oh, I gotta push the button, I gotta take a trip. It's because you want to make money. You're looking to make money. I'm not looking to make money. I'm looking to not lose my money today. That's my goal, right? That's the goal for today for me. I have a $250 per trade risk limit today, and I don't want to lose more than $250 or more than $500 today. So, you ever feel like your strategy stopped working? Never stopped working, but I've made a lot of tweaks over the course of last 8 months. I could say, I guess. Market is going to heaven. It's not moving as much as it looks. Went from 180 or went from 160. Wait, holy shit, that's 150 points. Damn, I lied. I take it back. It is moving a lot. The giveaway will be Friday. How do you know when to make tweaks? At the end of the month. I only make tweaks at the end of each month. That's where I'll review. We had the biggest Bitcoin fall off I've ever seen. What's it at right now? What's Bitcoin at? 150 points is nothing compared to previous days. Bitcoin's at 60K? Okay. 65. Why is my ES on TradingView not the same as yours? I don't know. Depends. What are you looking at? The exact same contract, MESH 2026. That's what I'm looking at. With 70 points, 1-minute candle. Yeah. Longs looking good. I don't know to what target, So that's why I'm not interested in any longs. I don't have a target higher. It looks like Org is going to be a breakaway gap. Yeah. I mean, statistically speaking, it should be. Not this, but that's obviously traded to. 25 is possible, but statistically speaking, like org 50, like this portion here, like statistically speaking, price should not trade back here. So, let me go find out the exact statistical probability. I'll give you guys some sauce. So, how large is the gap? 29. So, let's go the last 5 years. Yeah, really only a 50% chance of org 50, and really it's a little bit less. It's probably gonna be like 45. So there's around a 33% chance that we hit org 50 by 10 a.m. And there's around a 45% chance that we get here by 10:30. So if the market breaks, I mean, I'll look for it because 45% chance is not bad. But first 30 minutes, definitely a fade. How do you deal with Ramadan? What do you mean, how do you deal with it? We have 1 week CRT, so it's going to be 1 week high. Nice, good luck. You can look at MES1, but you should turn beta adjust on. So in the bottom right of your screen, go to the daily chart, click BADJ, turn that on. Isn't it extremely overbought? It says who? You can't text me on Discord? You should be able to. If you can't, then just at me in the Discord. Just at me. So slow, patient day. Nothing, no opportunities really. Around 6 p.m. 8. I hope you get a good mic for the streaming, man. Your voice is coming out of a. It is pretty far. I can bring it closer. Is the orb something new you added to your trade? No, it's not orb. It's not orb. I'm not saying orb. I'm saying org. Opening range gap. I don't use ORB. 475 people and only 4 likes. 4 likes? Yo, you guys are greedy, bro. You guys are greedy. Your advice helped me a lot with FOMO. Appreciate it. I got you, Joe. I'm glad I was able to help. We may have to go touch the bull again, guys. What do you guys think? 1.4K. I was talking about YouTube. YouTube stream has 4 or 500 people. Right now, do you think price will continue up? Looking at it right now, it looks like it's going to slow trend up. Yeah. Does it mean I would take a long off of that? I personally wouldn't, but it's possible. Oh my god, someone's spamming the TikTok likes. Thank you, guys. You may have one of the most active community CBH. 10K subs and 500 on each live is insane. I mean, I've been doing it for around 2 years now, right? A year and a half. Do you guys want to see? For those of you on TikTok, you guys probably don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. And I'm not that big, to be honest, but look how many live streams I have, guys. You guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready to see how many there are. Okay? So around over like a year and a half ago. This was May. So, like, what is that? Yeah, almost a year and a half. More than a year and a half. Look how many live streams I have here. I think over like 700 live streams. I could literally do this forever. There are so many live streams over the past years. All the different thumbnails and holy shit. It's been like over a year and a half. I can go back here and see. I've been trading the same system for over a year now. A lot of changes have been done to it, but Gems PO3, it's been over a year. You know, and I was really trading it before that too. That's just when I really made it more public. Let's look at this day. We caught 140 points. What did I do? Oh, I remember this. This is NFP or something. 2 micros. This must have been a Top Step account. Same model, 930 manipulation, 950 macro. This shit was working, man. Was anyone here? Who on here was here back in those days, huh? Anyone on YouTube was back here in those days? Alden has been here for a while. Tanya trading. She's cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't have any input on anyone, guys. You're from January 25th. It's pretty good. I would want to take this breaker, but NASDAQ does not look weak at all. Y'all are capping. Oh, TikTok is saying they were there? Yeah, okay. Okay. We're talking about the YouTube OGs. November 2024. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to put up my hand and say I'll always be background watching, but I think found you last year, February. If anyone was here like in May 2024, yo. If anyone was here from 2024, you're a real OG. Dennis is OG for sure. I've seen you for a while. Oh, Garrett's been here for a while too. Gatie, you remember when you passed your account from school on the way home? That was my first ever passed account. I remember, bro. Appreciate you, Ryan. How was your first subscriber? Check. If my first subscriber is in the stream right now, I'll send him $100. How do I check my first subscriber? How do I check? Yeah, we're pretty small though compared to other streamers. There's people who have like 3-4 times as many viewers as me, so I'm pretty small. I don't trust this move lower, guys. Although I do want to see the sell side. The reason I don't trust it is because NASDAQ does not look weak at all. How many accounts have I passed? Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't even know how I would go about finding that out. I don't even know how I would go about finding that out. So market comes back down, touches OB. NASDAQ staying really bullish here. Because I don't sell, of course. Yeah, possibly. Thoughts on shorts? I like a potential run on sell side, but market doesn't seem to want to do that right now. Would I say I'm better than TGR? I don't compare myself to any other trader. So, I don't know. I don't know how he trades. Okay, there's an SMT at the high here. And if NASDAQ makes a lower low, I'll short. If NASDAQ makes a lower low here, now, I'll short with a stop loss here. So, something like this. I gotta see NASDAQ go lower. I'll jump in. Say we get a fill here. 6-point stop. Oh, we gotta up these numbers. We gotta up these numbers. 6 on 5 is... Wait, hold on. Say we got a fill here. Call it a 7.5-point stop. 7.5 times 5. Call it 7. 7 times 5 is 40. 40 times 5. Yeah. Anyways, NASDAQ didn't make a lower low, guys, so doesn't matter. Still looks bullish. Still looks bullish for now. Appreciate you, Dennis. If you guys are curious about that stuff, message me on Discord. Let's keep the live stream primarily about trading. Putting everything on the Spurs. Yo, you want to make bread today? Detroit Pistons, bro. Take the Pistons, bro. I know my team, and I know they're going to get it done today. All right? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say anything else. That's all I will be saying. Spurs will probably get it done too. I'll be honest. Spurs will probably get it done too, though. Oh, I got the odds. Oh, the odds are so bad for Detroit. Crazy. All right. I see the SMT. I want to see us make a lower low. I'll short a lower low. I'll short a lower low. 7 point stop. Let's go a little bit lighter on the risk today. Let's go 4 cons. NASDAQ has to break down too. Discord's in the bio. Bro said talk about trading. That is true. Someone said it in chat. I couldn't help myself. I wouldn't take the Pistons because the odds are not good anymore. But they were a lot better yesterday. But they really made it worse now. So I got good odds. So what's my tick number for stops if I'm copying you? Well, if I take this trade, it'll be on the NASDAQ, you mean? If you take it on NQ, it'll be around a 60-point stop on the NASDAQ. See how bad that is? That's 2 micros. While on ES, I can trade like 6. Same exact entry. 8 times 5 is... So, anyways, it doesn't really look like it wants to go lower. Look how slow these candles are, guys. Does the market look like it's in a hurry to do anything? Not really. Why Pistons? I don't think anyone should take the line because I don't think the risk is good. Like, it's not good risk to reward anymore. It was better yesterday. But why the Pistons? OKC's on a back-to-back. They're missing their 2 best players. Pistons are at home. And Cade just had a recently bad game. And in this season, he almost rarely has back-to-back bad games. And they're fully healthy. So, I'm really, like, I feel like we're going to sell off too, but NASDAQ doesn't look good. And I need that confirmation, So, if it's gonna do this, and Nasdaq is not gonna even show even one singular lower low, I'll miss the move. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I blew an eval spamming shorts. Yes, it's very common that people try to rush passing their account, and instead they end up blowing like 15, right? And then it's like, well, probably should have just taken my time to begin with, because, YM looks weak. Yeah. Trend is your friend. That is true in trending markets. Rated better on an eval with consistency rule. For real. I don't like it slowing down here. It's been pretty slow the entire day, You should start watching actual football. You mean like soccer football or football, American football? What model are you seeing right now? A potential 930 reversal model, but NASDAQ looks, just for retrospect, let me show you guys what the NASDAQ looks like. This is the NASDAQ, guys. It's literally just going up. Like, there's no reason at all to be looking for a short on the NASDAQ. So, that's a rule break for me. They need to sync. They both need to show me that it's going lower. Do you know a passing rate on PROPFIRMS from your code? No, they don't tell me, but it's probably the same. Nvidia might hit 200 today? Wait. That 195. You excited me. I'm in Nvidia lungs, guys. I got a good amount of contracts. I got a good amount of contracts on Nvidia. Let's just say we're up. See, one sec. We're up 7% on our account because of the Nvidia position. On the actual Nvidia position, we're up. I don't know. How do you even tell? It's not a percentage gain because it's just stock, so. 11% on the stocks. The stocks went up 11% since we entered. Cool. Anyways, not important right now. Although I like seeing green in the portfolios. We're also up on Apple stock a bit, but it's a lot more slow. You close positions on Nvidia, or are you just buying and holding? I'll close probably near all-time highs. Man, ES looks great. I think we'll have to tape read this trade, guys. Or maybe paper trade. I think we'll do a tape read. I'm going to tape read it because it breaks one of our rules. And I don't want to break rules. But I think it's worth just putting it out there that this is my model short. So we're going to watch. Not putting any risk behind it because there's a clear, obvious rule break here. NASDAQ does not look weak at all. So I won't be taking it. That's close PA with NVIDIA earning coming out later too. Yeah, I mean, I'll hold it forever. So you should make investing advice. I'm not allowed to do that. That's actually not allowed. But I do make some videos on stocks. I posted a video, guys, the other day. Not the other day, but a little bit while back. Let's see how long. And I told everyone what stocks I was in. I posted it. My top 3 safe stocks for 2026, February 7th. I talked about Nvidia, Apple, and Google. I think they're all up right now. Is it reasonable to full port tomorrow? What would you be full porting? Like just a regular trade or unemployment claim? Don't tell me you're gonna full port unemployment claim because that number that doesn't do anything really, bro. So no, not valid at all, really. Um, Nasdaq still doesn't look weak, guys. This is a tape read. So if I'm entering if I'm actually gonna put risk behind the setup, you'll see the number. Um, it would be a rule break. This is my model formed. We got a full breaker here. My model formed, but it's a rule break. Rule number 6. There needs to be intermarket analysis supporting the trade idea. YM is weak, but Nasdaq's a lot more significant to me than YM. And Nasdaq does not look weak. I would never, ever, ever in a million years take a sell here on the Nasdaq. There's no way. It's way too sloppy. No speed lower. Couldn't even get below this low. So there's just no way I would take that trade. ES looks good. If they both look the same, I would already be in. I would have been in right here in 10:05. Right, that was the game plan. Stop here, below here. Nasdaq doesn't look good. So we're just gonna have to see, I wouldn't be surprised if we got an inversion fair value gap here. And that just continued higher and Nasdaq stayed bullish, right? So unemployment people be full porting. Don't I highly wouldn't recommend that. Do you full port PPI? No. I've only ever full ported now 3 times. Only CPI, only on evals, and that's exactly what we're gonna do next CPI. So if you guys want to be there for the stream, CPI should be quite nice. Yeah, Nasdaq does not look weak. Although Nasdaq did put in a bearish fair value gap, so I wonder if we can hop in the trade here if it makes a lower low. A weak protraction model like this. 3R, 2.2 at the low. I think I just keep the original tape read and go from there. Was that the original tape read? No, it was here, right? So we'll watch it. Because this might deliver higher, to be honest. If Nasdaq's going to stay bullish, this could deliver higher. You know? Could definitely deliver higher. Really interested in this short. Do you have vids on how to read the market? I have videos. Yeah. I do stock. I don't do stock options. Yeah, you could full port NFP too, but it's more risky. No, I'm not in a trade. And I'd probably go break even here. So if I was, I'd be break even right here. So if anyone took this on my signal, meaning not on their own, I would break even now. How do options work? I could sit here and explain it to you, but that would take a good amount of time because they are a little bit confusing if you haven't done any work with them. So I'd recommend just watching a YouTube video on it. No trades for me yet. Did that on the last bear if you stop me out, that might hit TP? No, well, you have to wait for the swing high to form inside the fair value gap. Over here, you have to wait for this high. So here the high formed and we went lower. If you broke even here, I don't know where you put your stop loss, but you have to wait for the swing high. Right? So here we put in the swing high inside the fair value gap, then move lower. So then you can move your stop there. I think this is a long setup, guys. So break even on the tape read. I would close there, break even. And I'm not going to take a long here, but I think this could potentially play higher. We'll see. It's like really 50-50 for me. Slow marking, waiting NVIDIA earnings? I think so. I think so. There's an SMT there. This is correct information. What's up, Instead? I got your message, brother. We're good. Slow market today. Trying to stay patient, wait for a clear, obvious setup. I don't mind waiting the first hour, so till post 10:30, maybe lunch even. Why flip on CPI instead of other days? Well, CPI has a large candle. Can you explain the SMT? Yes. See the right chart over here? I'm just going to draw two lines, and then you'll be able to see it yourself. Okay? I want you to look at those two red lines I just drew, and you're going to see it yourself. You can see it yourself. So the body's still respecting this gap. This is ES. Find the next one with remove consistency on bolt. Wait, on eval you mean? That would be crazy. Go to NQ? No. Why are you spamming my chat? Don't spam. Relax. Do you think 15-minute breakaway on NQ? It's possible. I didn't take ES because of the SMT. No, I didn't take this trade because Nasdaq was not breaking down lower. So I need intermarket analysis supporting the trade. By the time my model formed, Nasdaq hadn't even made a single lower low yet. So it would have been a rule break for me. Would have been a rule break for me. So just watching. Why not just short NQ because it's left lagging? Because it's not showing me that it wants to go lower. Do you see the discount on Funded Next? Yeah, I have a code with them. The discounts are pretty good. It's pretty good. I have one account with them. It's not bad. Received advice from them that they would increase the price and set the payout cap at 1.2K. I would like that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Make the payout cap smaller. I like small, consistent payouts anyways. By the way, let's check the trade copier here. Should be good. Yes, all good. Make sure that it canceled that. Yes. Okay. Trade Copier is all good. So just waiting. Okay, Nasdaq made a lower low here. I wonder if I short this with a stop here. I think that's just another tape read. We'll tape read another trade, which means no risk, just watching. Tape read. Model short. How do I show proof I use your code? Just message me on Discord and we'll talk. What do you copy trade? I use tradescale.app. How do you make your TP and SL line show up in the middle of the trade? You can't. It depends on the broker you're using. We have also a bullish S&T with NQ, same rule for me too, so I think this is very bullish. It's not that I think it's bullish. I just NQ doesn't look as weak as ES. So if we are bearish, we should respect this. Again, I'm not in this trade, guys. Everyone keeps asking me. No, I'm not in the trade. Tape read means this is my model. I see the setup, but I'm not going to take it because I don't think it's worth the risk. So I still want to see, I still want to see, does it play out? Does it fail? Does it reach the objective? Does it get sloppy? Does it get choppy? What's the importance of calling it a tape read? Then it's not a hindsight study, right? If I put this tool here, then it's not a hindsight study. So whatever happens, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, I would have taken this. My model played out. You don't know that. Maybe you wouldn't have taken that. But if you put the tool, call it earlier, tape read means no trade, yeah. It means the model formed, but I don't want to risk any money behind it because I don't think it's that strong of a setup. Could this be a pullback? It could be, yeah. It very well could be. Funded Next and my Funded Futures, they're both really good. Do I trade CSGO skins? No. Are you shorting this? Well, in such early and build my Lego Bugatti. Yo, wait, did you get the blue one, BG? Because I was going to get the blue one. Or did you get the white one? Wait, blue or white? Blue or white? The copy trader I use is called TradeScale. Trade copier I use. I don't use quarterly theory. The big, oh, you got the big, yo, you got to send me a picture of that, bro. You got to send me a picture of that. You got all the big cars on my wall? Gatie, August I started watching you trade. Now I have many XFAs because of you. Thanks, Spooky. Got you, bro. Congratulations. Well done. What discounts on funded y'all were talking about? What discounts on funded? The ones that right now, there's 50% off Lucid first 2 purchases, and then it goes back to 40%. Tradeify has 30%. Funded Next has, what does Funded Next have right now? 10%? 10%. Top Step might have, I don't know. I think no, theirs ended. I think. My Funded Futures has a first-time buyer 50% off. That's pretty cool. Is it easy to set up? Yeah, there's instructions on it too. Very simple. It's very easy. All you do is click connect, sign into your accounts, then go to Trade Copier, set the leader, set the followers, and then click start. I use Lucid. Yeah, I use Lucid. No complaints yet. I haven't gotten a payout with them yet, but I haven't even passed it. I just have evals with them. I haven't even, we just started a couple days ago or last week. You deserve to lose money if you day trade gold. That's not like a very weird thing to say. Does a PROPFIRM ban you? No, you're allowed to copy trade. Is the leader account the one you use to execute and the other accounts follow? Exactly, yeah. So whatever trade I take on screen, so if I place an order here, let's just say this order, it's already, I'll just show you guys. So it's already copied across all the accounts. So see, sell, 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 across all my accounts automatically. So whatever I do on screen here, I'm going to cancel this obviously because I don't want to keep that there. Whatever I do on screen, it's going to automatically copy it against all my other accounts. How much is TradeScale? I don't know, but it's by far the cheapest one. Backtesting will be coming soon, yeah. I heard Lucid pays out instantly. Is it true? But thinking about using them, they're pretty good firm. I can't lie. They're really affordable, which is good. Your brother said, yeah, no, I don't have 70. I said you can trade up to 70. So if you have 20 accounts, if you have 20 Apex, 10 you can do that. I have currently, well, right now I'm working on 13, but yeah. No, I don't have 70. I don't think I'll ever go for 70. That's just, I don't think that's good. Maybe I'd have 70, but I wouldn't copy trade 70. No way. You try to pass evals in one day? If it's 1 or 2, yeah. Right now I have 13 that I'm working on, so I wouldn't do that. You thinking long? What would I need to see? Yeah, we'd have to break above this high. That's the first thing. Put this here. I really think this is gonna stay sloppy, guys. To be honest, how heavy do you go when trading evals? If it's 1 or 2 evals, I'll risk $1,000 per trade. If it's right now, I'm trading 13 evals. I'm not gonna risk all my evals in one trade, right? I'm risking $250 per trade now. Right? We can talk about that off stream. FundNX is 40% off on 100K futures. Wait, for real? Are you lying right now? You capping? Whoa. You're not wrong. That's crazy. I wonder if my code gives 40% off. I don't even know. That's crazy though. I know they have the Leap 40. I don't know if my code does. Who knows? Okay, that's an unsuccessful tape read, so it's a good thing we didn't take that trade. This could actually be bullish, but guys, this is way too sloppy. This is way too sloppy. Way too sloppy. So I don't think I would even take that. Yeah, I'm kind of happy we haven't taken a trade yet. Out of curiosity, has anyone here taken a trade and lost? Oh, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't blow the accounts today. I mean, worst case, I'd lose 500, right? So I wouldn't blow them. But no, me, win, $72 up. Me, lost 300 and made 400. I'm off today. I would do that too. Hit break even, 2-minute IFG. Nice. No trades today. 2-minute inverse. Closed. Long for 5-minute busy. Hell nah. I like it. I'm in a long now. In a trade now. I don't want to be judgmental, but the market has literally been going sideways for approximately 18 minutes, 17 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Took a long at market open. Nice. It's not bad. Time distortion. Brother, I think the entire session is going to be time distortion. First protraction long. This would be potentially the first protraction long model. That is correct. That is correct. Do you like RP? I don't know what that is. The run lower is so obviously trash. Gatie, how would you trade a 25K account eval? Just one account? How I would trade it? I'd probably full port, bro. Because those accounts you can pass 1-to-1, right? Like a funded next 25K rapid, that's a full port, bro. That's a one and done trade for me. Now, if you have 6 of them, probably want to go around 250 risk, yeah. 1%. Accumulation business and distribution right here to the downside. It's possible. Not a bank holiday. This is just price action. Yep. Nvidia earnings after market sideways. Yep, two imbalances stuck in a range. So for those of you who are curious. Right at equilibrium of the range between a bearish fair value gap and a bullish fair value gap going sideways. Right? So, not gonna lie, I think it takes 4 days to build the Bugatti. It has so many parts. Yo, you gotta send me a picture of that, bro. I've been building small cars. You experience any lagging duplicate orders with trade scale? So far, it's been perfect. I've been using it for 2 months. And the really good thing about it is there's a lot of safety features. So I always have it pulled up because I have two monitors. And if you can immediately tell if something's wrong, and there's a lot of things you can do. So with trade scale, if you're copying on trade scale, you can always click flatten all. What this does is it'll just close every single position you have. Okay? It'll always show you the live positions you have in every single account and its orders. It'll also show you the pending orders. It will also show you there's a sync all button, which means you can sync all the accounts. So you really can't go wrong. Like, as long as you're paying attention to it, you can't really go wrong. No, I'm not copying 70 accounts. Show ES 5-minute chart. That's what it looks like. So 5-minute gap traded into. Potential 5-minute suspension block here. And again, I can tape read this, but what's the R on this? 1.1. Not even worth the risk, in my opinion. We can watch it. For now, would you have used the org Feb 12 as a target? I would have this high as a target, best case scenario. This is ES. Do you have a code with them? Trade scale? No, I don't. You can try this code, save 10. I don't know if it works. It'll give you 10% off. It's not my code. I couldn't even put it. Code save 10, I think will give you 10% off your first month. It's not my code. I don't have an affiliate code with them. What do I need to do for moderator? Be more active. Be an OG. 100K Alpha 0. I don't know, but it's 20% off right now. So it's a good time to get it if that was your interest. 100K 0 is a good account. I can't lie. It's a good account. I think I'm going to cancel this tape read, guys. Just because NQ's going to make a higher high here, so I'd rather just keep it simple. I would never, this is a little bit too sloppy for my liking. Do I think it's going to play out? I actually think it might. I think it might. I think it might. Lucid's pretty good. I can't lie. Lucid Alpha, yeah, 20% off with my code. But we can see if this wants to go higher. I'll wait for 10:30. I don't like this trade, guys. I don't like any trade right now. That's 10:30 open. If it wants to trade down, just think about 419 highs on NQ. I don't like anything right now. I'll be honest. I don't like anything. Could you buy this fair value gap? Sure. SMT here. Pretty good reaction, but next candle could easily just come right back down. But pretty good reaction in that fair value gap. 5-minute inversion did form. Looks like it might deliver. I still do have top step, yeah. So flat on the day still. Nvidia at 196. Looks like it's gonna make a higher high. Actually down 1% this month on the live account. Bias right now, I think it can go higher, but it's my bias has been neutral since the beginning, and it still is. I thought we could see a run on sell side, but looks like that's all we'll get. Just the lows here. So bias is still neutral. Yeah, pretty slow. Slow day. Did you trade your live account through Tradeify? No, I use interactive brokers. I could use Tradeify, and it is actually allowed where I live, but no, I just use interactive brokers. It's because my main stock portfolio is with them, so I thought I'd just keep it simple. No trades. You press sell and sell instead of buy. Just flip the position. The only day I want to trade shit like this happens. Well, this was kind of anticipated. Gym's going good, guys. I appreciate it. It's been 2 months now strong. Do you think we're going to hit the 4-hour highs on NQ? The 4-hour highs on NQ? You mean up here? I think a better target is the rejection block. So whatever that is. Yeah, just a higher high. That's all I'd really expect. I saw the DM, brother. Unfortunately, I'm not interested, but I appreciate you taking the time. Why don't you take the 15-minute reaction? My bias is neutral. I really wasn't anticipating higher prices. The drawn liquidity is weak. You know, AM session high. 10 a.m. continuation play is not bad, but it's just a little bit too sloppy for my liking. This is too lethargic, too slow, too much overlapping of candles. It's not the type of trade I want to risk money on, you know? It's not the kind of trade I want to risk money on. Is anyone in this chat profitable? It doesn't. People could say yes. They'll probably be lying. Doesn't matter. Everyone just got to focus on their own journey. Now, if we had like yeah, there's nothing really. Yep. Anyone who's in the long probably getting cooked right now. What do you think about the trade long with the first video on top of the first or the target on NQ? What do you think about a trade long with the first FEG? Here, I don't like it. Listen, I don't personally like. I don't like any long today. Working on myself, exactly, man. Just focus on you and your journal. Do you use fair value gaps? Of course. Well, there's a strong sell-off, right? There she goes. They're gonna run the sell side that we wanted earlier. That was right here. Return to NWOG. That's what I wanted today. This right here, for those of you TikTok can't see, these lows. I could take a deferred protraction here. I think that displacement's quite telling. What's the risk on something like that? Pretty risk optimal, I'd say. We'll see. How do you feel about funding next legacy accounts and their payout requests? Pretty solid plan. If you want to go for larger payouts, that's a good plan for you. Short here with a stop here. That's 7 points. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 times, yeah, 6 contract trade. We hit back into org. I may look to short this fair value gap with a stop above here. 1030 power 3. I'm gonna put the sell limit in. All right, guys, I'm gonna try this trade. I'm gonna try this trade. I'm pretty de-risked. Stop will cover this fair value gap here. So we're risking less than 250. That's all I know. So less than 1R. Yeah. So we're risking, what are we risking? 7 times 5. 7 times 5. Why is it so hard to do this math? 35 times 5. It's a weird ass number. Just under 200, around 200, something like that. So I probably won't take anything else today. So we're risking 175 bucks. So around 0.6 R. 0.6, from what it tends to be. So two. Thinking about pyramiding 2 here, and then I'll move the stop here. Yeah, I think I like this. Okay, yeah. So shorting inside that fair value gap. My stop is at 40.75. I'll be moving it here. Eventually, perhaps. Taking a lot longer than anticipated, but 10 minutes to macro. 10 minutes to macro. Can't be surprised. I like the displacement here. See what this wants to do. I am under risk, so worst case, we lose 175. If we get a really strong bullish candle, can always just terminate early. You can copy trade as many accounts as you want. To make a higher high, I'll put this at 330.75. Made a higher high. So I'm going to move that up because now if we break, it'd be a little bit nicer. I want to move my stop loss here, but I can't do it until we make a lower low. Because this should be open, right? So really, we can talk about stop loss placement. Should be safe. Shouldn't even come here. Shouldn't even come over here. So I'm already being diligent putting it up here. Pretty slow. Part of me just wants to close early and say, nah, this trade sucks, you know. But I like the narrative in the sell side. I really like this target. That's what I like most about this trade. It's this target right here, you know. YM looking pretty strong right now. YM about to make a higher high here. Funny enough, it was the weakest one. Yeah, the sell stop's correct. I want to add 2 contracts short if we go down here. We put a 5-minute gap in. Small 5-minute gap. 4-minute gap. 3-minute gap. 2-minute gap. 1-minute gap. 10-minute? Nah. Putting a sell stop here. Actually, no, let's not be too. Yeah, actually, that's fine. Because I'll put my stop here. Point. So 50% of this, if we're bearish, should be respected. That's this line right here. So we'll watch that. See what the body does. We could get another one of these candles. That'd be great. That's what would be great right now. I have a question now. If you passed your eval and made 8K and you're funded and requested a payout of 2K, you'll have $6,000 left, brother. It's not going to play out. Well, that's what the stop loss is for. Protect my, being wrong. I'm going to cancel this sell stop order and I'll put it somewhere that's a little bit better. I want to see us get below this wick. Because I may even sell more here if we just make a lower low. SMT with YM. See if NASDAQ wants to go bearish as well. Meaning make a lower low here. 5-minute almost even city, so we have a good night. Looks decent so far. It's just slow. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we don't pyramid into this. It's already been kind of slow. We just keep it de-risked. 6-point risk. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 times 5, 150. So we're risking around, 0.5. A little bit less than 0.5 R. Or a little bit more than 0.5 R. Could be moving lower here if we are weak. We've already worked that 50%. Why short when NQ closed above 1 hour fair value gap? You're right. Should I just terminate this and go long? Why short? I think we can run the sell side. That's why. I think we've done a lot of work higher. No run on sell side. Been a premium all day. 1030 saw strong displacement lower. I think we can respect this price leg and see a measured move. That's possible. That's why. Statistically speaking, around a 50% chance we get ORC 50 at this point in time. By this point of the day, I should say, not this point in time. So we'll see. Currently down 50% in the trade. Probably put my pyramid here. If we get a closure below, hope it doesn't go too high because then I can actually make a significant reduction. 937 looks pretty good. 1050 macro here, so it's always fun. May deliver higher, but 1050 macro, nice time. See if it wants to help us move lower. May help us move higher, but we'll see what we get. Nice order block here would be ideal. If we can close below these two candles, that's a good sign. If we do it with a bearish fair value gap, then I'll move my stop here. Small SMT here as well. No fair value gap. Gotta go way faster than that. Nvidia earnings report later is making market. Then yeah, that's why I'm just looking for this low hanging fruit objective. Return to NWAG. No major levels or anything. I could jump the gun and put the stop here. Don't really want to do that. I don't want to choke this trade that's already high resistance. Can't touch it. I'm just gonna let this go. See what it wants to do. Will Nvidia earnings run or dump? Doesn't matter. We won't be able to trade it anyways. It's gonna be pretty fast. That's all we really know. I'm anticipating a good earnings, but it doesn't mean it's gonna go up, right? It doesn't mean it's gonna go up. Projection blocks, so dots on it. Same as any other PD array, right? Whatever you want to use. All the same. To be fair, we should get the OB macro for further confirmation. I mean, if we're gonna run the sell side, we shouldn't run above this high. If we're gonna run higher, then we'll run above this high. So it's like, it's like one of those where if I'm right, I'm in the right trade. If we're gonna come here, I'm in the right trade. I don't see us running this high and then breaking down later, unless lunch sees some crazy volatility, which is not expected. The video always goes up and then sells off the next day. Yeah, that does tend to happen. I have noticed that too. Nvidia earnings is after market open or after market close. Sorry. So if you're in this trade and uncomfortable, you could close out break even right now. I'm not saying you should do that. Just saying, if you're uncomfortable, you don't like it, you're not willing to put the risk anymore because it's sloppy. It's giving you the option right here, right now. I personally want to keep my risk on. I still like the narrative. When is Nvidia earnings? It's after market around 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. I would want to get in options after. So yeah, it's a good idea if you want. It's not a bad. And we got the order block here. I think I really want to see it move below here before I do anything, or at least 50% of this wick before I make any trade adjustments. So Nvidia will be more Asia. Asia could be quite expensive if that's what you're asking. Yeah. Nice volume imbalance here. I'm gonna add a contract short. Just one. Doesn't increase the risk by much. And if we get a strong body here, I'll terminate earlier. So we're still technically under risk. So 6.5 point stop. You guys can do the math. It's still under $200 risk. I just like the volume imbalance being rejected there. Whoops. I don't like when there's so many arrows like that. Looks like I'm spamming orders. I'll pyramid one more. Oops. Change this. If we get here. If we're bearish, we should be like realistically more free falling here. And there's not really any reason to not speed up. Just double check the risk here. 6.25. That's 5 times 6. We're risking 187 bucks. There was no new gap that formed there, right? I'm gonna keep the stop where it is. May take this high out. Possible. I like that the body stopped right here. See if that gets respected. Gatie, at this point in my journey, I've been studying my edge so much, backtesting post paper. Right now, I feel like I'm taking every good trade and have some analysis as you, but afraid to take an eval. Why are you afraid to take an eval if everything looks good? He's so interesting. I saw this as being bullish, but hey, it may be. It may be. If we make a lower low here and put in this swing high, I think I'll move the stop here. Cut that risk by 3.5 points because it's intermediate term high. I move the stop to 839. Sorry guys, 1 second. I don't want to overmanage, but this high should be protected now. Now that we have a high here that's lower. Unfortunately, we do have an SMT over here. Realistically, this high should be safe. So I want to put the stop here. How much would I risk? Oh, 3.5 points risk. That sounds amazing. 3.5 times 6 times 5. That's less than 1R risk. Less than 1R. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell one more. Make this 7. Move the stop to 3725. And that's the trade now. That'll be the trade. We should be risking, if I'm correct, 125. Okay, 130. It's close enough. So risking 130 bucks. Looking to make around 400. So we're in a currently 4R position. And we'll see if I'm probably not going to touch anything else at this point. That's going to be just let it go. See if the market wants to continue lower. Respect this high right here. If we make a higher high, don't want to be in the trade. We manage our risk pretty well. Forget what the original risk was, but we managed it well. And the stop is at 37.25. So very comfortable loss if it doesn't want to go below here. Because if we get below here, it should be a free fall. And I could pyramid. I could sell another 7 contracts right now if I wanted to. But I think it's better just to be a little bit diligent given that it's a tough market today. So I'm putting it out there that could look for, a nicer sell-off. Going to go ahead and put the stop here, 636.50. Short-term high. $3,650. So risking currently 3 points on the S&P 500. Less than $100. Actually, $105 risk. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. We do have an SMT here, which I don't like. But we'll see if the can be respected. Get below here. Should be a nice free fall. My stop covers that inversion. So candle should be lower. I'd really want to see it get fast in here. Just like ICT says, big black limousines. If we're right about this. Not what it's doing right now. My God, but thinking I could see touch 50-minute IQ. What chart is this? ES micros. Up 600 on shorts. Cool. I'm gonna signal this 5 minis. Sure. It's a 4-hour trade now. Originally it was 2.5 best case. Don't really like that candle closure actually. Asking myself if I want to get out early here. May take us out here, but it's okay. I think we're out. Yep, we're out. So I lost $90 per account. Cancel the limit order here. Doesn't want to make a lower low. Um, Pretty good risk management. I don't see myself taking another trade. Just gonna probably walk away down $100. Some accounts down 110, some down 90, because the market order. Could it soup this high and then go lower? Very possible. In fact, let me not kill the narrative just yet. Because if we just get a soup with the SMT here and then a strong... Because I like how we formed a gap here. We haven't formed the gap yet, so give me one moment here before I terminate my trading. I want to see what happens. Because if we get a strong break lower now, 11 a.m., yeah, I'm going to re-enter short. With how many contracts? 7-ish. So if this candle or the next one aggressively breaks, I'll enter short again with call it a 5-point stop. 5 times 5 times 5. Yeah, we can risk 125. So risk half R. So worst case, we're down 250. I'll put a sell stop right here now. And obviously, if it just goes up, yeah, we're done trading for the day. Yeah, okay. We're probably done for the day. So, a pretty good loss. Not too interesting. You know, very good loss considering the risk. 1 to 4 R trade that was built up there. I don't really want to take anything else today. Um, we can watch. Like the market just tripping me up here. I don't see myself taking a trade now. Yeah, I'm gonna call it before I take a trade. I'm gonna regret later. Close this. So, how did you guys do today? Out of curiosity, how'd you guys do today? Feeling short since 10 a.m. Take the trade, break even. I don't want to take any more trades today. Yeah, we took the one trade. We're down. The average opportunity count, so 100 divided by 250 is 0.4 R. So we're down 0.4 R. Pretty good risk management. Considering we're in a 4 R position, it's pretty good management. So those are the executions. That's business for today. As always, we journal every trade we take on stream in the Discord. So let's do that now. One in the day, February 21st, 2026. Trade number 1, 9:30. Really, it was a silver bullet AM. Fraction model. Deferred 3. Result, 1 loss, minus 0.4 RR. So really, really comfortable loss for me personally, considering the loss we've taken before. We'll do a hashtag stream, tag, put the image in there, and that's business. So very happy with my trading. If the market broke aggressively here, you can tape read it. I don't want to push the button today because if I lose more than 0.4 R, I think I'll be quite upset with myself, given that it was already a tough day. So we just kind of accept it. Could it move lower? Yes. Is it lunch and a good time to move lower? Yes. But I'm happy. I'm happy with it. So yeah. Cool. If you have a 25K account but can't afford to full port it, how would you risk it? Oh yeah, 125 risk. Anywhere from 125 to 250, you choose. 3 trades, 2 longs now, 1 up, 1 short up, 500 on 10 accounts. Nice, good luck. Eval M, I took it on my live account as well, so I'm down less than 0.5% on my live account. I'm doing my best, Chaz. 1 loss, minus 122. Not bad. Using PROPFIRMS, both. No trade steady. Good job, Roger. No trade always seems good. Now let's just review that trade quickly. We have a clear draw. In my opinion, pretty one-sided. PO3 distribution, 1030, strong model. So that's a pretty good displacement into market analysis. Supported that trade for sure. Was it risk optimal? It definitely was a risk optimal trade. So we followed that. Daily power 3. That was a contraction. Really expecting the range to go down. And we had a AM silver bullet model. Straight into that. 1030 AM silver bullet, 930 protraction. Expecting that to be potential high. AM silver bullet, 1030. We also had 1050 macro eventually kick in there. The trade itself, what are we rating that? I actually quite like it. I thought that displacement was quite telling, but a very good draw. The draw on liquidity probably the most. Give it like a 7 out of 10. What are you guys rating that trade? Out of curiosity, what do you guys think? Strong displacement. 2 out of 10. Oh shit. What's your opinion on price action today? Range bound 6.8. I think for me the draw on liquidity carries. Like, it's a really clear sell model. I like that accumulation. It's been range bound, so it makes sense. No clear run on sell side. Took out the 930 low. Okay. I'll take it. 7. Performance. How's my performance today? I give my performance probably, a solid 9. Really, the only thing that I maybe could have improved is just been like, man, don't take any trade at all. But I really do like that. Felt comfortable with the risk management was really good. Motion was 10. The only improvements really, I don't even say really anything could have been. Now, what I could have done is closed here. And I think that was the only real thing that I could have done better. Is close the trade right there. Because like I said, it should flush here. And then we got one candle that goes above this. It's like, yeah, probably just close that. I'd pretty much break even. So I'll put that in there. The DOL carried this trade. 1030 expansion gave me the confidence in a sell-off to sell side. Should and could have closed at 10:57 a.m. after strong candle invalidating the speed that should have taken place if we were bearish. So very comfortable. We defined the risk today. We accepted the risk today, and that's why we're gonna walk away with quite a good trade here. So that's gonna be it. So the accounts are still up, good, right? Minus 110, no big deal. Cool. Towards the side of less resistance. I don't understand what you mean by that. I don't really care about Justin Weirlin. He can. I'm not the right person to talk or ask about it. It would be sell side. If any side would be less, it would be sell side less resistance. So we already put in an intermediate term high here, and intermediate term high here, and all we have is the sell side open. We've already taken out buy side. So if it was going to see a low resistance liquidity run, it would have been lower. I'm starting shooting pretty good on 125. Yeah, put it up, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's all put it up. I honestly think that's probably the most important thing to follow, right? Define your risk for the day and for the trade and accept it. Whatever the number is, you got to accept it. Probably no boot camp today. Boot camp meeting today. We'll post a market study. Please take the extra time to complete and adjust your book of truths. And also, anyways, I may go live for PM. Here's the thing. Listen, I know I said I was gonna do live PM session. There's just nothing I really want to cover Sonu today. So I'd rather just give the time for people to message me. I'll do some one-on-one calls instead. I know I said I'll keep streaming PM session, but guys, there's really it's gonna be a bad PM most likely. I don't want to stream PM session and incline myself to take a trade when I'm anticipating a bad PM session, right? That's the only reason I'm not. I swear it's not because I don't want to stream it. It's because I'm just not trading it at all. So Why am I not trading it? Because Nvidia earnings afternoon. So now we're even closer to Nvidia earnings. And so I'm not fading the PM streams. The PM streams will be here, but that's the idea. Right. So anyways, I appreciate you guys all coming through the live stream today. I will see you guys live tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. In my opinion, I still think this sell side's a little bit too clean, but it's way too sloppy to look to capture it. I just think the sell side's too clean. So whatever it wants to do, I don't know how it's going to do it. It may not go there. It may go there. I'm not going to be tape reading anymore today. I'm not going to be looking at the market anymore today. I'm only down $100. That's 0.4 risk to reward. So anything under 0.25, I just say break even. So we're almost break even on the day. I'm happy with that. I don't want to look more into it. I don't want to take another trade. I'm just going to walk away with a very small losing day. And that's it. So I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. I will see you guys live tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Hypothetically speaking, if we were to get a breaker here, I wouldn't short it, but I would probably look to tape read, see if that wanted to give the move to sell side. So something like this, if we got a break. That's all. So appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, and